Hey guys, it's Kristina. I had a realization today I wanted to share with you. You tell me what you think. So, I've never in my life thought about this until today. What happened was my girlfriend Megan's birthday was today. Happy birthday, Megan! 28. Woohoo! And my sweeter than words man comes home and brings me 2 envelopes, and inside of each of these envelopes were 2 gift certificates to go to my favorite nail salon, one for me, one for Megan for her birthday, so we could go together, which was just the sweetest thing he ever could have done. So he even watches all 6 kids so that we could go. So he does. And we go up to the nail salon that I always go to, and we're sitting there having a grand old time. By the way, you want to see my toes? They're so stinking cute. Let me see if I can get them in front of the... Look at that little bow. How adorable. Okay, so we're having our pedicures done, and we're just talking about, like, anything and everything, and I see this larger woman come in to go get a pedicure, and, it never fazed me before that the seats that you sit in to have your pedicure are meant for smaller people. Now, I guess you could say, like, average weight people or whatever, but they're not meant for somebody 300 plus pounds. And I can't imagine anymore. Well, I never got that big, but if I had kept going at the rate that I was going, and I probably would have been, sitting into a chair and not fitting. Sitting into a chair and breaking it. Sitting into a chair and breaking it in front of a lot of people. She sat in this chair and it went crack, and, everybody just kind of, and then just kind of went back to doing what they were doing. Now, I've been places where somebody large sat in a chair and the chair busted out in front of them, and everybody kind of stopped themselves from snickering, which is totally rude and very uncalled for, and makes me want to cry for that person because that's really sad. But I never thought about how many things in this world are created for smaller people. There's a weight limit on so many things, like we just bought a jet ski, for example, and the jet ski says it's for 3 adults, but it's got like a, 500-pound limit or something. Those are small adults. So, it's stuff like that. Roller coasters, perfect example. I know I have a lot of clients and friends that the first goal is, like, I want to be able to go on a roller coaster at Six Flags Magic Mountain. I never, thought about it before, but roller coasters are only created for people that are on the smaller end. There's a lot of guys that can't go on roller coasters, not even because they're big, meaning obese big, but because they're just big dudes. They can't fit on the roller coaster. Or what about airplanes? I know, my dad's a pretty big guy, but he's not, crazy fat guy. He's just a big dude. And my dad is always had a hard time fitting on the airplanes. I remember going to Europe when I was, a kid, and my dad was like, we're flying first class because I'm not sitting in a little itty-bitty chair that my butt doesn't even fit in for 12 or 13 hours. So it's amazing to me the way that things are created nowadays, that they are geared towards people who are smaller when our culture is that of people who are more obese. So many more people these days are larger than they are small, and it amazes me that they don't have things that are somewhere a little bit in between. Now, if we did have bigger pedicure chairs, if we did have bigger airplane seats, and if we did have all of that stuff... Yes, ma'am? Anita?
No, for feeding.
Okay.
I'll see you in the morning.
All righty. Be safe. If they did make these things bigger, then it would be so much, I don't know if I would consider it being something that they would, be gearing towards. I'm almost supporting people getting bigger, I guess is what you could say. It's almost like they were supporting people being heavier, and I don't agree with that anymore now that I'm not on that side, and it's not just because of the vanity issue. There's a lot of women who are very large that think that they're still beautiful, and if they think that that's great, I'm just worried about the healthy side of it. Now, that was never my concern in the first place for me, and I'll do a video on that in a second, but as of right now, it is. It's just not healthy for a lot of people. Blood pressure goes high. Lots of other bad stuff happens when you're big. So it's amazing the world that we live in today, where we have so many people that are so overweight and so obese, yet everything else, ergonomically speaking, is created for those who are on the smaller side. So think about that when you go think about other goals and things that you want to make. You want to be not necessarily somebody that fits in, because that's not necessarily something that I go for. I like to be out of the box. But you want to be able to do more, and that kind of opens up that door for you. So if you can get some things out on your bucket list, things you can fit into, maybe, and things that you couldn't do because you were big, not because it was physically limiting in a way of, I'm out of breath, but physically limiting meaning you couldn't fit there, put those on your bucket list, put those on your goal sheet, make those things to look forward to. My name's Kristina Ray. I lost 95 pounds in a little less than 8 months on a program called Take Shape for Life. I would love to help you do the exact same thing. If you want to contact me, my contact information is all over my channel. My email is coachmekristina@gmail.com. That's coachmekristina with a K @gmail.com. I'd absolutely love to make contact with you. And I hope that you have an absolutely wonderful day.